Hi everybody, I hope you're doing really well, and the intention of me doing today's video is to help you understand, number one, as to how manifestation is not magic, and number two, how the universe that we live in is a very responsive universe, and number three, I've been seeing so many people speak about so many things around manifestation. Some of the information are phenomenally amazing, but some information are based on fear mongering. So I'm really going to dissect everything so that you can start to understand the biggest misconceptions around manifestation and you can start applying it the right way in your life, right? While I teach you so many practices, be it do your goal card, be it do your affirmations, your vision board, start writing your goals journal, do your gratitude. Please remember, all of these are only strategies or tools to help you get to a point where your subconscious mind starts to believe that what you desire for is what you deserve in your life. That is all. That is all is the maximum importance that these strategies, all of them, have in the process of manifestation. But the most important element in the process of manifestation is you. So let's say that 1 hour of your day, in the morning, you wake up and you start doing sevas. If you don't know what sevas is, I've put out a morning routine, which is a part of the YouTube videos. Please go ahead and check that out. So the intention of doing any kind of a morning ritual or a night ritual, just imagine you're spending 45 minutes to 1 hour in the morning. You're so pumped up, you're so positive, you're feeling so amazing on the inside, but the remaining 16 to 18 hours of your waking hours, you're constantly thinking negatively. You're constantly obsessing about your goals, and you're constantly thinking, when are things going to manifest for me in my life? And why is there nothing that is showing in my external reality, which is a reflection of my manifestation? If there is a little bit of a doubt or a fear in the process, then guess what is happening? The universe is not just responding to that 1 hour version of you. The universe is constantly responding to the dominant version of you. Please remember, manifestation is not magic. Up until a few years, a lot of people used to believe that, oh, if I'm going to think very positively about something, it's going to come and land on my lap. It's great. It is a part of how you manifest something, but that is not the end of how you manifest something, right? You don't manifest what you want, you only manifest who you are. Which means, so for example, let me give you this example. Let's say you want to manifest. I'm going to give you two examples. One is with respect to relationships and the other one is with respect to money in your life. Let's say at this point of time, now I'm married, but I'm going to take you back to the year 2019 or 2018 when I was extremely desperate to be in a relationship. So please remember this, we all have goals, but we all have goals that stem from two places. Your goals can either come from a space of void or your goal can come from a space of your purpose. Most of the world, including me, at some point of time in my life, used to chase goals that emerged from a space of void. What do you mean by the goals that are coming from a space of void? Every time I believe that something on the outside is going to make me feel full on the inside, it means there is a void, there is an empty bucket on the inside, and this person coming into my life and giving me that love is going to fill that bucket, or this opportunity coming into my life and giving me the money is going to make me feel abundance. If any of my goal is coming from a space of I need that externally in order for me to feel full on the inside, guess what is going to happen? Number one, you delay the process of manifestation. And number two, no matter how much love you get in your life and no matter how much money you get in your life, you'll still feel empty. Because anything that you're dependent on the outside to make you feel full or amazing or happy or abundant on the inside is a trap. Why? If I don't have the capability to fill my own bucket, then no matter how many people I have in my life who are trying to tell me how amazing I am, how much they love me and how abundant I am not going to feel that on the inside. Think about the relationships that you are in at this point of time or you were in at some point of time in your life. You're constantly longing for that love from your partner. And no matter how much love your partner gave you, no matter how much reassurance your partner gave you, it was never enough. You constantly craved for it, but it never came. Why? Because deep inside there is a part of you that feels you're not deserving of love. So, giving you the same example of relationship and abundance at this point of time. Let's say I feel so lonely in my life and I feel so miserable and I really want to be with a partner because otherwise it is killing me on the inside. So now when I go out and look out for partners, either passively or actively, whoever comes into my life, I'm going to attract that partner from a space of desperation. I'm not going to attract them from a space of love. I told you there are two ways of creating your goals. One is from void, one is from purpose. When I already feel full on the inside, when I already know I'm deserving of love, I am loved, there's nothing missing in me, I'm amazing just the way I am, the way I respond in a relationship is going to be completely different. And when I manifest a partner from a space of fullness, the partner is not going to come into my life to fill a void. Rather, the partner is going to come into my life to just enhance how beautiful my life already is. Please remember, if you want to write it down somewhere, please write it down. Nobody in this world can ever make you feel anything other than what you already feel about yourself. If I'm an insecure person, I'm going to keep attracting people in my life in the form of personal relationships, in form of work relationships, in form of different relationships who are going to make me feel insecure. So now, rather than pointing fingers at somebody and saying, hey, you did this to me, for a minute, just ask yourself, if that did not exist inside of me already, I wouldn't feel the way I'm feeling right now. And the second thing is, let's say you want to manifest abundance. Most of you, I really love the fact that we've been receiving a lot of messages from people saying, I'm doing these affirmations, my mindset is changing, I'm so happy. I'm equally happy for all of you. But let it not stop there. Please remember this. Every belief that you have in your life is repetition of thoughts and evidences attached to it. Whenever I repeat a specific thought to myself again and again and again and again, and I keep seeing evidences for it either from my life or somebody else's life, it becomes a strong belief inside of me. And your identity, when you say, I am a procrastinator, I am this, I am that, what is your identity? Beliefs repeated again and again to yourself. When you keep repeating a specific belief again and again to yourself, that becomes your identity. Let's say you have a belief that you keep procrastinating things and you start saying, oh, I am a procrastinator. I always procrastinate. I am a procrastinator, which means you made the process of procrastination into an identity of yourself. And how do you expect for yourself to complete the tasks that you set out for when you start calling yourself a procrastinator? So when I say you can manifest whatever you want in your life, I am what is the word to use here? I am dead sure you can manifest whatever you want in your life. But the question is, first ask yourself, are they coming from a space of void or are they coming from a space of purpose? Do I want to attract $1 million in my life so that I can prove my relatives wrong, I can prove my ex-partner wrong, that they thought I was incapable? If it is coming from that space, even after you attract $1 million in your life, you're going to feel empty on the inside, which majority of the world is right now. But let's say that is not your intention. You want to attract $1 million in your life because you want to experience abundance. You want to live in that energy of abundance in your life. Then you're not operating from a space of desperation. You know what the beauty of this journey is? You start enjoying the journey rather than having that addiction towards a specific destination. So you start enjoying the journey. So the other thing that I keep seeing on the internet is people say, oh, you've got to take that blue color paper, use that red color pen and start writing this, and next day you wake up, everything will start to fall in place. If that was true, all the blue papers and red pens would be sold out by now. Please don't fall for that. Imagine you get started on your manifestation journey. You start reading those affirmations, you start feeling those affirmations, and sometimes it feels robotic. You know why it feels robotic? Because you have a dominant belief on the inside which is so strong, which says, I'm not good enough, I'm not capable. And here, slowly you start saying, hey, I'm amazing, I'm capable, I'm loving. Until you starve this guy and start feeding this guy, it is going to feel robotic. It is a process. It is a part of the manifestation journey in itself. But let's say one day you were unwell and you had to go to sleep. You could not do any of the processes throughout the day. That does not mean your entire mindset is changing in the process. Please don't get carried away by things like this. When somebody says, hey, do 369 affirmation, you know the science behind why it works. When you do your breakfast, you're writing down 3 affirmations. When you're doing your lunch, you're writing down 6 affirmations. When you're doing your dinner, you're writing down 9 affirmations. Which means throughout the day, you're remembering who you are. Let's say your affirmation is, I am the favorite child of the universe, or money is my birthright, abundance is my birthright. Imagine in the morning you're repeating that to yourself, in the afternoon you're repeating that to yourself, in the night you're repeating that to yourself. What is a belief? Repetition of thoughts and evidence is attached to it. So all the practices are amazing, But what is more important? Who you are becoming in the process. How is your thought process changing? How is your obsession towards something reducing? How much abundant are you naturally feeling on the inside? How grateful are you naturally feeling on the inside? All these things are way more important compared to any of the practices. There have been months together that I have not done any practices, but from morning till evening, there's a subtle thought process that's constantly running at the back of my mind, that's constantly telling I'm the favorite child of the universe. Everything is happening for the best for me in my life. Did that mean everything on the external reality, I liked it, what was happening? Not necessarily every time. But this is how you start building your belief. Please remember this. When somebody is teaching you something, or when you're reading a book, when you're listening to a podcast, this is something I want you to be open to. This is where they were. The person that you're watching a podcast of, or the person whose book you're reading, or the mentor who you're learning from. They started from here. This is exactly where you are right now. And when they wrote the book, when they're doing the podcast, when they're teaching you something that they hear, they are not speaking to you from here. They are speaking to you from here. You know what mistake that you make in life? You start to compare your journey with their journey and ask, why am I not being like them? The pain that you're going through right now, the kind of confusion that you're going through right now, the restlessness that you're going through right now, this person, me, everybody, whoever is teaching you something, has been through the same journey. But it is the illusion of the mind that makes you believe that, oh, I'm just going to forget the process of getting from here to here. I just have to feel blissful all through the day. No, don't fall for anything like that. And also remember, until you make something your own experience. This is something I love what J. Krishnamurti talks about. He says, even whatever he was teaching in his discourses, he talks about this. What I'm speaking is my experience. You are listening to my experience. It's still not become your experience. Everything that you're talking about or you're learning right now about affirmations, about manifestation, about doing something amazing in your life, you are learning from other people's experience. You know when your life will start to transform? When you make it your experience. How will you make something your experience? By putting in the work. No matter how uncomfortable it feels, by doing the work, by doing whatever it takes for you to get to that point. So, moving forward, human beings, right? Including me, including you, all of us have something called the ego. We love to talk about the intellectual things. Oh, I spoke about this. I read about the chakras operate like this. This chakra is blocked, that chakra is blocked. Every time when you have a conversation like that with somebody, I want you to become very, very aware. Are you saying this so that you want to sound intellectual, or did you actually have a first-hand experience? Because for the majority of my life, let's say before 2017, 2018, I used to bullshit. I used to go around talking, saying, oh my God, this works like this works like this. Where did I talk about all of that from? From somebody else's experience. The reason why I went out and spoke about that to my friends or my peers or my ex-partners was because I wanted them to think I was an intellectual woman. Because I was needing that validation. I was needing that kind of an approval from them. Only to realize I've had no experience of how to align the chakras. I have had no experience of being connected with the divine and feeling that essence of bliss. I just said, or probably like a parrot repeating something, I did that for validation. Trust me, your entire journey is going to start to change when you start calling out your own bullshit. This was my bullshit. My bullshit was, I need validation. I used to do things that was not authentic to me. The minute you become aware of that, for a minute, it's going to feel like, oh my God, I am the person who I judge others for. I'm a very similar person. Then slowly you'll remove those layers. So now moving forward, whenever you speak about something to somebody, ask yourself if you have actually had that experience in your body. So when you speak about having a transcendental experience in a meditation to somebody, just ask yourself, am I speaking somebody else's experience or is it my own experience? That will give you a lot of freeing energy in your body. You know why? Because moving forward, you're not going to do anything for the heck of it, or you're not going to do anything just so that you can gain approval from somebody else. You're doing something because it makes you feel good. And the more we align our energy, the video is about manifest whatever you want. In order for you to manifest whatever you want, what is the first required thing? You to accept yourself for who you are. you to not bullshit to yourself, you to stay in the sustained energy of abundance, of love, and of wealth and peace and bliss throughout the day. And every time, whenever an external event happens to you in your life and it takes you away from any of these emotions that you want to feel, you're not going to blame the external event, you're going to thank the external event, because if that event had not happened to you in your life, you wouldn't be aware that there is something inside of you that is keeping you stuck in the loop. Right? Please remember this. We all, everybody who's aware, who's unaware, who's ignorant, who's enlightened, all of us are a part of the divine. While we give so much emphasis and importance to all the practices that we talk about in this video, on my Instagram, in my masterclass, and in my advanced courses, they're extremely important. Why? To make you believe something. But what is even more important? Who you truly are. This journey of healing and manifestation, I really, really wish all of you take this journey inward and start understanding who you truly are, because that is the answer to everything that you've been seeking in your life.